Welcome to the Preschool All Stars podcast, my friends. I'm your host, Joy Anderson. And with us tonight is a very special Preschool All Star. We have Milani Bowman. Welcome, Milani.
Hi, everybody.
So, super excited to bring her story to you. She has a family that is in the military and a very unique situation with how do we start a preschool in that situation. So, before we dive into that, go ahead and share your backstory. Like before you found me, what was life like? What were some of the things you were struggling with, and what did you want out of life?
I'm also like Isla, a teacher. I've been teaching 8.5 years, um, off 2 years. So teaching in the classroom 8.5 years, but working with children since 2008. So
Wow.
I've been with childcare for a long time since I was
Yeah.
a freshman in college. Um, So yeah, I've taught third grade, I've taught first grade recently, and kindergarten the longest for 5 years. I've taught in the public school sector, I've taught at Christian school and abroad. I've taught
Mm.
in Qatar.
Wow.
Um, so that's where I met my husband. Um, and we were living there for 5 years. We got married and then we had a child there, our first child. And then we moved back here. He actually never been here, so it was his first time coming. And then he enlisted into the Army,
Yeah.
2022, about a year after we came to Texas. And so now we're in the Fort Cavazos, Killeen area. And yeah, we have two little girls. And right now I'm just subbing for now because I do want to get, this going on a little bit more with the preschool business. But that's pretty much what I was doing before this came along.
Yeah. Now, are you stationed where you're going to be there for quite some time, or do you move around a bunch?
I'll pretty much be stationed here.
Okay.
He's been deployed once and he's going back on deployment to, yeah, back onto deployment, I think
Okay.
maybe April.
Yeah. All right, but you're
Mhm.
you're there. And then do you
Yeah.
typically like is it military housing or is it not?
No, we live off post,
Okay, awesome.
off the base.
Okay. And so then you came into my world, right?
Hmm. Yeah, it was very not random, but in a way, like I think I've encountered your post before, like right when my second daughter was born, so 2021. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I didn't think of anything about it. Maybe that was God planting a seed. And so I knew that it would be cool to start a business, but I just didn't know what exactly.
Yeah.
Um, I don't have a business mindset. So um, when you came around again, it was like end of last year, early this year, and I would see a
Mhm.
lot of messages, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is all about. And then I looked into it, and then I was like, let me just watch it again, her video, and I don't know. I feel like God was just trying to like tell me this is what you need to do.
Right?
I was trying to contemplate, like, do I want to continue in education? I kind of want to do something different. Um, but I don't know how to even start a business. So
Mm.
I feel like this was kind of the road he was leading me
Yeah.
to.
So
Yeah.
talk if you could for a second. Um, I have never had a military husband, so I don't really know what that would be like. But with your husband gone so often, is that difficult for you to be kind of like the mom that's there that like the support and stuff might be a little bit difficult at home?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Last year, or yeah, part of last year and 2022 was our first year where he was away for about 9.5 months.
Wow.
So, I'm actually from Dallas, so it's not so far. Killeen is about 2.5 hours away, so I'm not too far from family, but
Yeah.
it was it was very challenging. That's why I stepped away from the classroom and I
Hmm.
was more so in a assistant position because I didn't want to be stressed,
Yeah.
extremely stressed. Yeah. So I needed something a little light for me as I was taking care of my girls and just doing all these things. And my husband decided for us to move into a house. He bought a house with a VA loan, and so there were so many things I never knew how to like live in a home outside of my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So things are breaking down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was a challenge, but yeah, I'm learning, and I feel like a bit more confident now before he leaves again.
Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
point. So, so then with the preschool idea, obviously we're not daycare, right? So, what are the things about a small part-time preschool business that really just makes sense to you with your current situation?
Um, I would say the time, the hours. I I really like early childhood. I think once I got into kindergarten, I learned more about it, and I really value um, play in children's education. I think that it's
Yeah.
not enough of it happening in the States, or especially in Texas.
Mm,
Um, so to be able to provide that for children like they should have, that would be great. Uh, and just to be able to be more at home and available for my own kids, that was also the main reason. Because, like I said, I'm a teacher and I would love to be in the classroom, but I don't want to be bogged down and not be able to be available for my own children.
totally. Yeah.
That's
So
what's
you jumped into Preschool All Stars, and what's your experience so far?
It's been good, but it's slow. It's slow for me because I think it's just a lot going on, you know, right now. So I'm trying to be as consistent as I can, but I'm not I'm not where I could be. So
Ooh, I want to
yeah.
pause right there because I know there are a lot of women who feel the exact same way. So I'm going to share
Mhm.
one thought with you that my mentor Stu McLaren always shares, and it's this. It says, "Your journey is your journey." And what it
Mhm.
means by that is we may feel like we should be further ahead. We may feel like we should have XYZ results by now. But the truth is, our life, right? The current
Yeah,
things going on in our life, we're working through that. This is one thing on your plate that you never had before, right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's
Hmm.
natural to like feel like, where am I going to find the time to put this in? So you feeling that is completely okay. So I hope though that you don't feel like behind or that you're not getting enough done in time. What we suggest is just do one little thing, each day or every couple days, depending on what you're able to do. Put in
Hmm.
more time when you can, but just keep your
Hmm.
eye on it. Keep moving forward a little bit at a time. So you mentioned let's talk about the community, right? The Preschool All Stars community. How's your experience been in there so far?
It's been good. It's good to see the interaction in the Star Circle,
Yeah.
and some of the, questions or comments and the feedback. So it gives me an idea of what people are going through or what to expect. But it's been really good. I think it's great. It's great to have that small community that you can reach out to. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I know that this is going to be a journey for you, but I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for you to be able to spend more time with your kiddos, and also, fill that time that your husband's gone with, just a really enriching experience for you and for your family. So I'm excited for that. I think we have to sometimes paint the picture of what it could be and will be. And sometimes that alone is what will drive us until we're there. So
Very true.
awesome. If anybody's on the fence listening to this about whether or not they should join Preschool All Stars, what would you say to them?
I'd say do it. I mean, if it's an inkling in your heart or mind, I'm learning now through just, I'm a Christian. So through prayer and fasting and speaking to other Christians, don't allow that fear to overcome you.
Mm,
Just do it and take it, like you said, one little thing at a time. For me, what works is putting reminders in my phone because it seems to like help me get things done or writing it down. It's something about writing. You write it
mm,
down, it's like, oh, I did that. Oh my gosh, okay,
yeah.
check that off. maybe you should try writing it down or something like that just to help you move along and just do it. I think for me, it's been like, the what ifs and fear of this or that, or don't want to, look embarrassed or feel embarrassed or insecure.
Yeah.
I have to stop. I have to stop doing that. And everybody goes through that some way, somehow. So, you know, just do it anyway. And
Yeah.
it will happen. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And so, for those of you watching, to jump into Preschool All Stars and learn more, go to preschoolallstars.com and jump on that wait list so you can get in when we open the doors. And again, Milani, thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to see your journey continue.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.